What's up, brother? Merry Christmas, everybody. I just finished the bad 67 coronet. Got a lot of nice stuff I added to this one. I'm watching the Ghost Adventures over there. Well, this is it, brother. Boy, what a bitch. Remember me telling you about the spark plug wires? What a hell of a time I had trying to find the right stuff to use for that. Well, got it wired in. These spark plug wires, boy, what a bitch. I noticed on some of those, I went online in one of those model building magazines. They actually sell boots, they're called, to go, because one of the biggest problems I had with those wires was, trying to use like this stuff, stuff that would be bendable, flexible, but be thin enough, because you're supposed to be able to, each one of these is supposed to, each wire is supposed to go on one of them, on the distributor. So, what a bitch of a time I had. Even this stuff that I ended up finally using, I mean, it's hard to work with. It's too, it's just hard to bend, But anyway, I got it done. You can see, I got the ignition wired in down here, and I got spark plug wires. These are the heater wires. I mean, the heater hoses, and what came with it. I mean, this is the original part, but it was just, I've already cleaned it up. It was just real cruddy. It was, a lot of excess plastic and stuff, and I just said, screw it. I finally made. Boy, that looks blurry for some reason. I don't know why. There we go. Yeah, those are the heater hoses. And yeah, this is definitely the best body style I like. This is the best body style model I've made yet. That's definitely a cool. I'd love to have one of those, man. It was a level 2, so it was only 100 and let's see. It was only 113 parts, but I counted the parts that I put into it, so it comes out now, instead of 113, there's like 193 if you count the pieces I put in. I didn't really like the stance. It seemed like the back end was too low. So I went and I lifted the rear end about, I don't know if you can see those little blocks I put in there. These I got out of the extra parts on the 68 Charger. These were spare parts from if you wanted to build that thing into the, the racing one. So I put those in there and lifted it up. And I got some of that sticky tinfoil stuff. You know what I mean? I was telling you about. It's I got it on the mufflers. I don't know how good it shows up. And I used some of it on the engine. Yeah, the front steering don't work, but still, it's cool. Oh, jeez, I just knocked off the side view mirror. Oh well. Anyways, that tinfoil stuff, you could see I put it on the window moldings, and boy, that's a bitch to work with. Cutting little strips, put it on there, and boy, that's nothing easy at all to work with, but it looks cool. I got one of those paint markers, with the silver paint, and I ended up screwing up the rear molding. I'll fix that another time. But yeah, you can see the rear speakers. I used that stuff on that too. Yeah, this was definitely cool. Anyways, yeah, so there's 193 parts, including the ones that I put in. I counted them all. You can see, like the tachometer there. There's, I don't know if you can even see it, but I got that wired. There's two little, yeah, you can see them now. I got that wired in, and I've got the ignition wired in, the heater hoses, the spark plug wires. If I could get some of those boots, they were $4 for a 4-pack, but I don't know where the hell I could get them. That way I could still use the distributor. What I had to do with all these spark plug wires is take 9 wires, cut each one to the right length, put them all together, secure them, glue them, put them where the distributor goes, and run them out. And they're not real flexible, and it was just a real bitch. Yeah, the heater hoses, you see, I use that bare metal foil for clamps and whatnot. But let me see. The other thing is, when I did when I lifted the rear end, of course the shocks ain't gonna work now because they're gonna be too short. So I got the shocks out of the 68 Charger, and they were actually the right size. Once I jacked up the back, so I got the right size shocks in there. But what a nice looking. This is going to be nice in my little case over there. If I can, I want to try and get another one of these with the glass underneath, That'll look badass with the glass under it. Oh, the other thing I wanted to tell you was this hood. It came with parts from some other model. It had like 10 parts in there that when I looked them up on the parts list, they just like skipped right over them. It was like, let me see. Look, goes from 45 to 50. It's got these other parts, and they don't got them in here. They went to something else, and then finally I found one of the parts in chrome was a little GTX symbol. So some of the parts were these two little scoops on the hood. So I cleaned them up, I painted them. I glued them on and just painted them like the hood came that way. The hood came with the, but yeah, that looks, I think that makes the hood look way better. Kind of like that that Firebird you had, remember? But anyway, that's about it. You can see some of the stuff. Oh, the other thing I was telling you was you asked me about the phone wire. This is a piece of phone wire, and it's like way too thick, because I'd have to glue 9 of these to that distributor cap. So you know, this distributor cap would have to be gigantic. That's why I had to use, you can see how thin it is compared to this stuff. And that's what I had to use, this wire here, and painted it. I would have liked to use this stuff. I've got some more in red too. It's aluminum, and it bends real easy, but it's just way too thick, Anyway, so that's it. Badass 67. There's the kitty wondering what I'm doing, who I'm talking to. What are you doing, knucklehead? Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for that model, bro. I hope you like that handle. I picked up Marin Tab, some Yankee candles. I already told you that. Well, I didn't tell you I got one for Tab, but that, Yeah, Merry Christmas, brother. Alright, brother. Everybody, Merry Christmas.